Olivia in the back. Everybody give me a thumbs up. You can hear me okay. The mic's not too loud. Okay, good stuff. Hey, as far as the safety brief back behind me, there is a fire extinguisher. We got some sickness bags back in the back. There's also some in between you two guys in the door. Yeah, just remember those are free. You can take home as many as you want. I do recommend that if you do get a little bit nauseous, just go ahead and grab one. And then we already have it immediately available for yourself. Also on the event we had doing over water landing, what we'll do is I'll pop the floats via this lever right here. We'll land the helicopter in the water. Wait for the rotor blades to come to complete stop. I've got a red lever on my side. Now, Albert, you got a red lever on your side. We'll pull those doors to come off into the ocean. And then we'll get out of the helicopter one by one with your vest already on but uninflated. When you get in the water, inflate your survival vest. I went to a special overwater survival school, so I think everybody got like a big giant zipper. And that'll make us a larger target for search and rescue assets. And what we'll do is we'll take off. And once we get past those power lines behind us, we'll be able to start the tour there for us.
Have the views of the lava and volcano been fairly clear?
You know, if you give me about a few minutes, I got to take off. We're in what they call a critical phase of flight. We're not allowed to talk with you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's where all the bad stuff happens is right here. So they kind of need me to focus on the flight. So. Okay, Super Winner mission profile now. I can go ahead and start the tour there for us. And once again, my name is Ian. A little bit of my background is I graduated from the University of California, San Diego in December 1993. Got my airplane license in August of 1994. And from there, I put my Wannister packet in with the Army and got picked up. By February of 1995, was off to basic training. Graduated from the Army's flight school in July of 1996. And from there, got a Black Hawk transition. Also became a Black Hawk instructor pilot. And from there, President Clinton sent me to Bosnia, President Bush sent me to Iraq, and to finish up my career, President Obama sent me to Afghanistan, but I also got to work down in Central America, South Korea a couple of times, Alaska, Germany, and some other places around the world. Retired from the Army after 20 years and 24 days and got a job flying medevac in my hometown of Amarillo, Texas. But I got tired of picking up drunk drivers at 2:30 in the morning under night vision goggles. Always wanted to be a tour pilot here in the Big Island, so just like the Beverly Hillbillies, just packed up and moved over here. Now I'm happy as a clam. But if you guys have ever taken a helicopter tour before, the key to success is to maintain your focus outside. If you do come inside to focus a cell phone or a camera, or do any rapid head movements that may make you a little bit nauseous. And we had to climb up to 5,000 or 6,000 feet in order to get at some of the areas over here on the island. On the way down, if your ears start to hurt, you can do a yawning motion, or you can pinch your nose and do what they call the Valsalva maneuver. If that doesn't work, just let me know. We'll come down a bit slower, or do everything a little bit higher there. Yeah, they may have briefed you. We were gonna go down through the saddle, but it's really hazy and smelly down through there, so we're gonna go up, kind of back over this direction where the air is a little bit cleaner there for us. Yeah, there's a big fog plume that's coming down off of the volcano over there. And that's what all this haze out over here is. Called fog or volcanic fog. Kind of looks like Los Angeles from 1980 out here. And they pick up a few bumps back over here. We got the winds kind of channel up and over here, even though the log is kind of hanging in here. Yeah, you can see some of those bumps up at the top up there. That's going to be Mauna Kea over there on the right-hand side. We do have 16 different astronomical observatories up at the summit. And the reason why those are there is we do have an inversion that sets up at night, makes for really clear skies. Yeah, Mauna Kea is close to 14,000 feet high, but it is the highest mountain in the world. If you go from the bottom of the ocean up to the summit, it's almost 33,000 feet from the seafloor up to the top. Yeah, it's the town of Waimea back over here. We're going to kind of work our way down over here by this big giant burn spot that we had here in the Allen. Yeah, about a year and a half ago, they had a big, massive fire that almost made it to the town of Waimea over here. It took about 3 days to get it put out. Yeah, I just got to do some firefighting here back in 2006. We shipped a couple of Black Hawk helicopters down on a cargo plane from Alaska to do some firefighting and some medevac work here on the Big Island. And the weirdest thing we saw was the wild pigs that come up to the fire line, start feeding. We think there was some seeds that were popping open that were kind of tasty. Yeah, we always kind of made the joke right before we dropped the water on the fire there'd be some roasted pork down below us, but they never really went to the fire itself. They just kind of moved with the fire line. That was over by the Girl Scout camp where those trees are out on the ridge over there by Mauna Kea there, so. Yeah, just going to get over here by the airport, then we'll shoot down towards the coastline, get past this fog plume here. Make a couple of radio calls here. Yeah, just kind of work our way down over here by the shoreline out over here. Yeah, it may smell kind of like rotten eggs here in just a little bit, but it'll clear up for us once we get down by the shoreline out over here. And of course, we're coming across the Parker Ranch, and the reason why we have the cattle here, those were brought over as a gift to King Kamehameha by the British in the late 1700s. And of course, he put those cattle off limits to the Hawaiians so they can grow and flourish, but they did such a good job of it by 1830. We had almost 3,000 cattle here in the Islands. And they weren't the pulled Herefords of the Angus like we have here today. They did have the big giant horns on them. Pretty aggressive animals, went up to the sides of the Waiataoses and attacked them and also ate their crops. Of course, John Parker got here in 1809. He was tending fish ponds for King Kamehameha, and they commissioned him to do one of the first cattle roundup here in the Islands. They even brought in some caballeros from Mexico to help teach the Hawaiians how to be cowboys. Of course, they stayed and had families up in Waimea. That's why the people look a little bit different up there. Yeah, I was talking another helicopter behind us there, so. Yeah, some guys are going through the saddle, but if it shuts down, you can't make it, then you got to turn around and people get mad. I know I can make it down through this way, so. Yeah, the trade winds have stalled out. That's why it's crazy hazy out over here. And it's the same distance to go this way versus going down through the saddle there.
So what's your traditional cruising speed and cruising height ever?
You know, we usually do probably about 110 miles an hour until we start burning off some fuel and everything. And then the manual says you can top out about 155 knots, which is what that red line is up at the top right here. But you're never going to get that in level flight with people on board. So yeah, the manual says you can climb up to 23,500 feet, but that's with a test pilot with Eurocopter, basically. So, yeah, the highest I've ever been was 14,100 feet in Afghanistan. And we actually had to have a breathing apparatus that you actually attached to your nose over there, and it had a microcomputer that measured your breathing pattern. And based upon that, it would shoot pure oxygen up into your sinuses up there. And we had a guy that took his off, and he turned blue. The helicopters really don't like to be above 10,000 feet. Even up in Alaska, we couldn't even do the search and rescue mission up there. They had to have the twin rotor helicopter, the Chinook, go up there on Mount McKinley or Denali, whatever you want to call it.
And how high are we now?
We're
Roughly.
we're about 3,700 feet, and we're probably about 500 feet above the ground right now. So, yeah, it's really deceiving terrain out over here. These are what they call a shield volcano. It's not like a cone volcano like you'd have in Guatemala City or Mexico or the Aleutian Island chain. Yeah, those are all based on two tectonic plates rubbing back and forth in each other. But here we have what they call the hot spot, originating off the coast of Russia several million years ago. And it produces a caldera or lava lake underneath the island. That magma chamber goes down about 18 to 40 miles down within the Earth. And they say it's pretty much from the first formation of the planet is the magma coming out. Yeah, and Randy, to answer your question, each tour is different. We just never know what we're going to get out there when we head out there. So.
So I see you have a gauge for overall altitude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're at 3,600 feet. I'm just sending down to the coastline out over here.
From here to the ground, was that just an estimate, or is there another gauge?
Yeah, it's about 500 feet or so. So, yep, exactly.
Okay, just an estimate? Okay, that's
yeah.
Cool.
They was kind of avoid houses back over here. Yeah, we're allowed to come down to 500 feet along the shoreline out over here, but he just stay a little bit higher just to keep the noise down for a lot of the people here in the island. Yeah, it's a really sparsely populated island here. It's only 187,000 people. Now it's got about 144,000, but their island's about a third the size. And of course, Oahu's pushing about 1 million or so right now. Yeah, you may have a few people moving away from the island here. We'll see what happens. Over 2,000 people have been displaced. Since we've had the eruption over here, we had over 600 homes get destroyed the past 8 or 9 weeks there.
That happened in the olden days, long time ago. This is for the little, it's not the last.
Yeah, they actually building some temporary housing out there called little tiny homes over here that's next to a church property that they took a bulldozer and hacked up the rainforest out there to put that stuff in.
But it is. Okay, so it's
Yeah, you may see me drinking water every once in a while. I got my Camelback with me here. Do get cold, let me know. This helicopter's made in France, and they only have 2 settings on the air conditioner. It's either full blast or on the fan. I guess in the French engineering mentality, your wine bottle is either being stored at room temperature or it's fully chilled. So
Forest is actually kind of dense.
yeah, this is what they call rainbow eucalyptus out here. This was brought in by the British. Captain Cook is the guy that brought in a lot of the bigger trees out over here. Yeah, they needed to have a replacement mast and lumber supply to rebuild the naval vessels that would get damaged out over here. Yeah, what they do now is they harvest these and they take them to Asia to make furniture out of them. They used to make fax paper out of them in the late 90s, early 2000s, but there's no longer a market for that type of paper anymore. And of course, they're the most isolated island chain in the world, so if you continue south to the island, the first land Yeah, Mauna Kea is out the right-hand side. We do have 16 different astronomical observatories up at the summit up there. The reason why those are there is we do have an inversion that sets up at night, makes for really clear skies.